Dear community, in the previous learning session, we learnt about the green leaf, open communication. In today's learning program, let us look at the dry leaf communication, nothing but closed communication. Closed communication is like a dry, brittle leaf. It's cut off from the vital sources of nourishment and vitality, leading to stagnation and decay. We look at the characteristics of the dry leaf communication. First one, isolation, controlled information. Like a leaf that has fallen from the tree, isolated and unable to receive nutrients, closed communication restricts information flow, isolating team members from essential knowledge. Limited feedback. Without the essential water and nutrients, the dry leaf withers. Similarly, limited feedback stifles growth and innovation in an organization. The next one, brittleness, which is hierarchical and directive. The dry leaf is fragile and inflexible. In a hierarchical, directive communication style, rigidity and lack of flexibility can lead to breakdowns and inefficiency. The next one, decay, lack of collaboration and trust. Over time, the dry leaf decays and disintegrates. Without collaboration and trust, relationships and organizational health deteriorate. What are the consequences of dry leaf communication? Just as a dry leaf is lifeless and prone to breaking, an organization with closed communication is rigid, stagnant, and unable to adapt. Problems fester due to lack of open dialogue, leading to bigger issues. Team members feel isolated and undervalued, decreasing morale and productivity. By comparing open communication to green leaf and closed communication to a dry leaf, this metaphor clearly illustrates the vibrancy and health that open communication brings to an organization versus the stagnation and decline associated with closed communication. We will look at scenarios to understand when a communication should be green leaf and when a communication should be a dry leaf, with exciting examples in both personal and professional contexts. Don't miss to share our learnings with your near and dear ones. In your GB gratitude book, please mention what would be the one takeaway from today's dry leaf communication, which is closed communication. Have a fantastic time till we meet in our next learning session. Let your communication record a beautiful nature to everyone around you. Thank you, community.